Welcome back everybody to another video. We're going to be talking about, functions in this tutorial. So, how do you write out a function, or how do you call a function in Python? So, you want to type out def, which means define or definition. And then you're going to define the name of your function. Let's say print my name, and then put two parentheses afterwards. The reason why we put parentheses is to put values that we have in other functions in here, but that's for something else. But the way we can tell if something is in a print statement is by clicking tab. So everything that is under the tab will be in the function. So let's say I put out a comment, and then I have put a comment here. So this the comment that's has a tab under it, or I think it's 4 spaces, is in the function, and then the one that doesn't have any spaces is not in the function. So we can go ahead and start doing some things. So the first thing we want to do is print out my name. So it's going to make a variable my name equals string value Emily. But I guess that's a popular name for the series. And then let's go ahead and print my name. So once we've done this and run the script, this is what's going to happen. Invalid syntax. Oops. Sorry. Make sure to put a colon right there. So they've done that, nothing happens. And the reason why is because we haven't called the script, or not the script, the function. So calling something basically means, it's not like calling them, but it's like telling them to do it, or telling the function to run itself. So it's short for running a function. So you can go ahead and copy this, or you can write out print my name, and then put 2 parentheses, and if we run it, it will print out Emily. Now we can do this again. We can do it as much as we can, and it also saves time rather than having to print out my name equals Emily and all that stuff over and over again. So Emily 3 times. So writing functions isn't that hard. Of course, you can really do anything in here. We can do some math in here as well. Let's we haven't really done much math in Python. I think I'm gonna do some extra maths. Let's go and print out math question. So print out math question. And let's go and print out 12 times 12 divided by 13 plus 23 minus 5. So in Python math, you can use a apostrophe or no, this is not apostrophe, this is a star, aka multiplication. For division, you would use just a regular slash, and then plus or addition is plus, and then minus is just minus or in hyphen. So we can go ahead and run this. It'll print out some random number, which is pretty interesting. So, speaking of math, let's talk about or actually, I'll do this in another video. So, functions can have comments in them if you're wondering. It really doesn't matter where you put comments in Python. So yeah. So I guess this is gonna be like a little special part if you made it to the end of the video. So here are some shortcuts for Python. So let's say you write something and you want to undo it. You can go ahead and press Control Z and then Control Z. So if you want to undo something, press Control Z. Now let's say I've just done something and I don't want it to happen. I can press Control Shift Z and then it would have happened. Don't know why it's happening. But yeah, so everything that you've undone, you can redo it just by clicking Control Shift Z. So let's say I'm writing out a sentence and I accidentally, I forgot to put something in there. So I can press Control Shift or Control Z and undo it. But let's say, oh, that wasn't wrong. Let's just undo it. Or maybe I've deleted something that was really long. So I can just press Control Shift Z to redo it. So it's pretty helpful with these shortcuts. So another shortcut, especially if you already learned programming languages, you should have known what these are. But I'll just tell you them. So let's say I'm writing out a sentence. Okay. Or let's say I'm writing out a print statement. Okay, I'm printing out blah blah blah. And let's say I don't want it to just be one. I can select all and then press Control Z or Control C. So once I've done that, I can press Enter. And to paste it, it's Control V. So another thing I want to show you is what happens when you overlap. So let's say you're printing out two of these statements and you have a statement space right there. So when I run this module, yeah, invalid syntax. Because you don't usually really do that. Another thing people are wondering about is you can even put comments inside of functions. Of course, that wasn't me. No, you can't. That is one of the things. So if you have something that's a part of your code and you're putting it in there, it's not best to really do that. Of course, you can even turn, statements in the comments. It's just a hashtag. Well, with that being said, let's go ahead and end off the video in an appropriate way with finding YouTube. Well, let's use everything learned. plus YouTube plus, should do that, but I'm not going to. And then let's go ahead and call this. This is effective when we're using Control-C, Control-C, Control-V. So if you were wondering why I say Control-C and Control-V, aka copy or paste, I'm sure I'm gonna say copy and paste. It usually means Control-C and Control-V. So wondering that. So if I run this module, boom, run that by YouTube. So that was for this video. We did a little bit more on math and some functions, and just using what we've done. So your homework for today is write out 2 functions. One's a math problem, and one is printing out whatever. And go ahead and print both of those out, and show me a code that you wrote in the comment section. So yeah, I guess that's it. So if you have more questions or comments, go ahead and just leave them in the comments section down below. So next video I'm probably going to be doing math, and we're going to be doing some imports. Should be interesting. So yeah, I guess yeah, bye YouTube.